Too black, which is too strong.
You so black.
Hey, this is your boy, Brother Blackwood, aka the Relationship Guy. If you don't know who I am a relationship coach slash relationship strategist, and I help people make informed, intelligent decisions as it pertains to mate selection. And before I start this video, I need you to rate, subscribe, and share in that order. Let me tell you a little secret. It don't cost nothing to rate, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds to go ahead and handle that, okay? You did it? Good, back to the video. So, today we're going to be talking about emotional baggage. This is the beginning of a 3-part series when I talk about different types of baggage. And the first one on the list, emotional baggage. And I'm going to give you 7 steps that may be an indicator that your emotional baggage may be ruining your relationship. Or I'm gonna give you 7, not necessarily 7 steps, but 7 signals or signs that's what's going on. Sign number 1, closeness. You find it hard or stressful to get close to someone. It seems like every time you're in a relationship, you seem to be, when it gets to that point where everything's going good and you feel like you get the relationship's getting a little too heavy, a little too serious, you repel or retreat back because you don't want to deal with getting closest. You're nervous about being close to someone. Sign number 2, neediness. You are a lot more needy than your partner. And a lot of times that's evident when a relationship is brand new. You want to be reassured that this person is who they say they are and all that good stuff. And it can be kind of smothering when you exhibit that kind of behavior. So be careful of being so needy of your partner. Know how to act independent of your partner. Number 3, control. They try to control the relationship. And sometimes you have passive controllers and you have aggressive controllers. And the passive controllers, they don't really realize they're doing it, but then you got the aggressive controllers who know what they're doing. It's just and that's a sign of insecurity, and it's a defense mechanism. So if they can't control something, they're going to try. If they can't control something, they're not at peace unless they got control. But when you're a control person, no one wins in the end when you're in control like that. Number 4, sensitivity. This is the type of person who is a little bit overboard when it comes to your reaction to things. Like when you become an extremist, like you're getting like mad over something that's like so minute. And these people tend to go from 0 to 60 in like 10 seconds. And that's definitely something that will push somebody away. Number 5, reassurance. You're dying to know what your partner is thinking and feeling. And a lot of times what happens in this situation, what you're doing is you're letting, like, you're trying to jump the gun and assume a lot. Like if your mate doesn't give you a good enough answer, what you feel is a good enough answer, what you do is you jump the gun and try to assume what they're thinking or their behavior. You try to assume that. And a lot of times it's wrong. And that naturally also too is definitely in a relationship eroder. And you have to have faith and trust in yourself. To me, sometimes this is a sign of low self-esteem when you carry on this kind of behavior. Number 6, deja vu. Your partner seems to do the same thing or push the same buttons as your old partner. A lot of times, this only can be factual is when the partner that you have resembles the last partner that you had. And the question you have to ask is, am I attracting the same mate in different clothes? So that's a telltale sign that you have to do a self-evaluation, a self-appraisal as to why this pattern persists and how can I get off of this relational train or merry-go-round, and how do I make a fresh start and divorce myself from those things. Sometimes you have to realize is that some things that that your mate appears to do that may be like your old mate, sometimes it simply boils down to them being gender-specific things and person-specific things. What I mean is, a lot of men aren't that sensitive when it comes to women in a lot of sense. That's a nature type of thing, because it's a nature and nurture, because a lot of times we're programmed that way from growing up. Little boys don't show emotion. Little boys don't cry. We hold it in. We be tough. And a lot of times what suffers from that is a byproduct of that is not being emotionally available all the times. That can be both. But that's more so nurture. Nature is where men are hunters, are gatherers, they're protectors. That's that's nature. That's how we're programmed. And number 7, looking back, you still feel connected to your ex. If you still feel like that, that means that you don't have any closure, and you need to stage exit left immediately and get closure on that, and don't take on any other responsibilities or in that of a relationship until you got that stuff taken care of. Now that I've finished my list, let me give you a couple pointers. If you dare to walk on the wild side and be truthful with yourself, let me give you a couple things that I would think. How do you overcome that? Number 1 is admittance. Admitting is half the battle. Number 2, seek out therapy. Seek out a mental health professional that can help you unpack that emotional luggage one piece at a time, so that you can begin to compartmentalize, and so they can give you a broad perspective as to how you arrive at these feelings and why you feel like that. Okay? And the last one should have been first is prayer. Seek God about showing you who you is, God, because after all, God is the ultimate counselor. And seek God on why these things persist. Ask God to show you who you are. Ask God to give you deliverance in this situation, because you can't go wrong with that. With that being said, this is Brother Blackman with another strong video. Until next time, family, peace.
Thanks again for tuning in with another broadcast of Brother Black One. Until next time, family, peace and love.